now we're entering the highway. We want to get up to about 80 to 110 kilometers an hour, and we're going to be looking for any vibration on the steering wheel that can be an indication that there's a wheel balancing issue or that your wheels are bent. Generally speaking, if it's a wheel balancing issue, the problem will show up between 80 kilometers an hour and up to 120 kilometers. But if you go faster than that, the problem will go away, and if you go slower than that, the problem will go away. So if you notice any shaking in between that range, you'll know that you probably have a balancing issue. And it's not a very expensive fix. It will take about 45 minutes or so at a shop to do that. The other thing to note is if it's on a rainy day, if you want to test the defrost button for your rear window, that would be a good time to check that. If, however, the window is not fogging, then you can let it run for a bit and touch the window and see if it's warmed up at all to make sure that the defrost is also working. Just because the button comes on does not necessarily mean that it's functioning. So in this vehicle so far, nothing abnormal is showing up. So we're going to exit the highway here shortly. The other thing to note is once you've gone on this road test, you want to keep an eye out on your temperature level and make sure that it stayed more or less in the center, just below the center mark, and that it hasn't pushed toward the high temperature side when you were trying to accelerate or when you were going up an incline. Any sign of that would indicate potentially either that your thermostat's not functioning properly or that you've got a head gasket leak, which would be a very expensive problem. Again, you would do all this so that when you take the car to a repair shop, they can avoid having to spend time on things that are trivial, such as your signal lights and all that, and you can tell them, listen, I noticed certain things while I was on road test. Can you spend more time diagnosing those things for me?